Hello, welcome to Lena, my name, Luna the Moon, Luna's Tarot channel. And today we are reading for Lele, and we will look into her work life. This is the work life card, and then this is the will she be rich card, because that's what she wants to know. And then this is an advice for her work life from the moon. And before going into the reading, I will once again disclaim that I am not a professional reader and I do this as a hobby, so please be nice and just take what resonates and leave the rest. To me, tarot card, except for the spiritual factors, it's also a method to connect to your subconscious in terms of like the psychological factor. So please just allow whatever things service and float to the service and embrace it, because they they pop up for a reason. And yeah, that's just an opportunity for you to connect for yourself, connect to your inner self, Anyways, that's enough of that. Let's dive right into the reading. Okay, so what about her work life? Okay, so this, your card about your work life is the Three of Coins. The card, the number 3 talks about creativity, growth, and teamwork. And the Suit of Coins, sorry, I'm kind of lagging, I'm kind of sleepy, but I am also, because I feel like I'm more vulnerable, things also pops up more and I'm slightly more intuitive, if that makes sense. Anyways, so the Suit of Coins talks about the physical world, body, senses, and resources. So I'm not going to talk about the elements because I don't think is as relevant in this thing. But the thing is, I just usually when I see the coin card, I think about materialistic things, and that all kind of makes sense because it is a question about work life, so it's money related. And instinctively speaking, I think that it talks about how you are currently or will be relying a lot on teamwork, and that's how you will succeed. But then the thing is, it might not look so easy because, well, it does look like you guys are in it's not so easy just vibing and just get the things done. You got it's just thinking faces. I don't think it's particularly bad or good. It's just that it feels like it's very different people working together, and there's nothing much to talk about in terms of this visual element. All I can say is that maybe you guys are organizing something, because that's just what pops to mind. But yeah, let's get into the divinatory meaning, because I think that's pretty straightforward in terms of this card. But yeah. Okay, 3 of Coins. Working as a team can be so satisfying if everyone brings their best unique skills to the table and checks their egos at the door. People have different abilities, so by letting dreamers dream, planners plan, and makers make, great things can be achieved. This could also represent a situation where you are using various skills of your own to do something wonderful, whether solo or in a team. Multiple talents are required to pull this off. The advice is to remember that everyone is on the same team and working towards the same goal. Bring yourself to the best self. Bring your best self to the project and help facilitate smooth teamwork. Yeah, that's pretty straightforward. I don't think I have much to add. And let's see if you will be rich. Okay. That's 4 of Swords. Is that 4 of Swords? So your card is 4 of Swords in reverse. And the number 4 talks about stability, structure, stagnation. And Swords talks about intellect, reasons, and communication. So from a service, I would say that, like, so although this card is in reverse, it doesn't exactly look like it's in reverse because this person is lying down. And this person is like to me because I'm here. And this person's head is right here. And there's these swords that's basically pointing at her head. There's this coffin. And she's kind of hugging a sword at her chest, and she's closing her eyes. She's looking very glam, and I just feel like it feels like you might be holding this too tightly. Like, it doesn't look like she's holding it tight, but like she looks like she's on a coffin. She looks like she's on a deathbed, and yet she's hugging this weapon. Looks like you might be too engrossed by the concept of being rich, and that people might harm you for it because there are swords that's pointing at your head. And then, like, you hold your pride very close to you, or dignity and things like that. And what pops up is just that, like, richness doesn't necessarily equate success. Like, of course, everyone have their own ruler, but sometimes, like, having enough money to go through life peacefully, like, so-called, like, don't have to stress about meal, like, whether or not you can eat next meal, having a somewhat big or comfortable house, like, those kind of amount of money that's not necessarily like rich, like, I don't know, Bill Gates rich, but like, you know, rich enough. Maybe that's already enough, because some people are just, I'm not saying you, but that's just what comes to mind. It's like an advice is that some people might be obsessed with the concept of money. Like, I love money a lot. Like, people yell at me because, why are you always thinking of money and things like that? But it's like unrealistic to not think about money. You literally need money to survive. And people say, like, I will chase my dreams, but like, dreams can't feed you. Like, if your dream can earn money, then that can feed you. But like, if you're solely chasing your dream and neglecting all things about earning money and things like that, I personally don't think that's very realistic. And so I'm not saying that it's bad to think about money, but it might be a time to reevaluate your concept of rich and concept of success. Like, is your rich just going by the day? Like, I can be luxurious at times. Like, not having to worry about things, but not like, or is you're rich like, oh, I am driving sports car, like, and different sports car every day, or something like that. I don't even know if that's possible, but like, just, you know what I mean. It's just like, it's good to think about money and be realistic about it, but sometimes there can also be people that drive themselves too hard because of this, and that lead them to very permanent, like, death or health damage. Like, someone that's very important to me, she because she overworks herself so much previously, because she's a workaholic, she now has like very permanent and dangerous health damage that she can just like die anytime, which, like, touch wood, I hope that doesn't happen, but it's very worrisome. And just like, maybe sometimes having enough money, or like maybe a little more than enough, like, you can be chill with the money, and maybe like just being healthy, that's already enough, you know, like, just maybe you can, like, of course you can explore that yourself, and then you have all your life to explore that. It's just, money isn't everything. Money is very important, that's for sure, but if you ruin your health permanently, you can either spending money on fixing your health will be very expensive, or more expensive than what you've earned. Sorry, my book fell. And or maybe it's just permanent and you can't really do anything even if you do have the money. So that's just something that you have to measure. And that's about it for the service meaning. Like, yeah, and like, honestly, she also looked kind of lonely. Like, although there's all these very nice things near her, like, she's so alone. It looks very alone. Like, there's no one near her. She's just in the center with her eyes closed and everything. Like, maybe, yeah, I'll just leave that there and you can think about it yourself by your own definition and things like that. But I will get into the definitory meaning. There is a problem that seems unsolvable. With sticky issues, it is easy to think and think and think until your head is so full of thoughts that everything feels confused. This card describes another approach: retreat, rest, restore, and regroup. Yes, there are lots of moving parts and complicated angles, but the solution is simple and elegant. It is apparent, also shy, hiding until the mind is clear and ready to receive it. Also, the advice is to let go of this problem for a while. It's not going anywhere, and you're not moving any closer to the solution by fretting. Meditate, pray, sleep, probably sleep. People just don't understand how important it is to rest. The reversed means denial, obsession, procrastination, and confusion. So I'll once again repeat rest and just like retreat, restore, and regroup. Just allow yourself to meditate, reflect, and think about things. Try doing something you like and see whether or not you still feel the same way about everything. But that's about it for both tarot cards, and we will now look at the advice from the moon, or what the moon is telling us. So the moon says that your commitment is being tested. First quarter moon. Oh my god, so scary. The moment I just like did this and did this. it's the page for this card. And it happens sometimes. It's kind of scary and cool at the same time. Anyways, this card talks about how there could be some challenges coming your way, but they're just your universe's way of testing you. The first quarter moon calls for you to face any hurdles with confidence. What do you actually think is possible? If you believe you can do it, then you probably can. If you spend your life affirming something that is too big for you to surmount, it probably is. See how it works? Do you believe your dreams will come true, or have you already secretly given up? Showing some commitment now will help you move towards your desired outcomes. What you believe to be true is true for you, so believe in yourself. The tune to the moon is that I am committed to my dream and move towards them with confidence. The additional meaning for this card is that the answer to your question is yes, but not yet. You're halfway through your goal. You're still being put in. You still need to put in more effort. Sometimes we just need to realize how we want something and how much we want something. You need to recommit to someone or something. The teaching is that to the lunar cycle, the first quarter moon comes between between the new moon and the full moon. It's a time when the sun and the moon are at the hard astrological angle to each other, and this can prompt a small crisis. No matter when you pull this card, you need to see any drama as a stepping stone to where you want to be. It can also be a time when you need to stay strong through a storm. So there's that. I hope that made sense. And if I have to link this to that, I will say that maybe even this reading is like an opportunity for you to be tested, like in terms of your commitment. And the thing is, I'm not saying that you're not being rich. It's just maybe like sometimes things are easier to achieve when you don't look at it straight in the eye as much, if you get what I mean. Like before I used to be, I don't know, like maybe it's like, okay, an example is you might be like, oh, I want straight A's, and you try so hard for it, and then you realize that no, maybe actually finding like prioritizing myself and like take things slow and easy and just like plan things out and just do what I like, maybe that's more important. And then somehow you're getting all A's. That's what happened to me. That works. Like, no, I'm not saying that you're not rich, but the thing that pops up to me is to reevaluate your priorities and how you measure success. And maybe when you see that, maybe like, let's say you like, I don't know, helping people, and then somehow you found a method to help people, and then somehow you just get rich that way. That's also possible. Like, this card is kind of saying that your dream, whatever it is, maybe it's to get rich, maybe it's something else, your commitment is being tested, but it will like come true as long as you believe in it. Yeah, that's about it. I hope that made sense. It might not exactly be what you want to hear, but I still hope that it resonated and made sense and you enjoyed it. I'm sorry for stuttering a lot. I am really tired, and this does drain quite a lot of my energy because I'm being asked like 4 questions like in a row. So yeah. Anyways, I really hope you enjoyed it. Please communicate with me about what you think of the reading. Consider to comment, like, and or subscribe, and share my channel with your friends. And that's about it for today. Thank you. Bye-bye.